Hello guys, so welcome back to Stellaris. My name is Martin, and I have been away for a couple of days in Stellaris terms, and really sorry about that because, you always want to play more Stellaris. So where do we want to go? I did go ahead just before I started the video and queued up this uplifting of the Queefos species. Not for much of a reason apart from the fact that I don't have that achievement yet, and I want it, so... We'll get that underway just as soon as we have a scientist available. This guy is currently on his way to probe some aliens, and we can't get in the way of probing aliens. Apart from that, the plan, as I remember it, was to start colonizing a lot of stuff. How are we doing on influence? We got a chunk. Our income is not great though. And unless we already have edicts running, which you don't, I would like to use some edicts to get the capacitors and the production targets up and running. On the other hand, we don't really need it now, so I guess that would be a waste of influence. Better to use it on colonization, I guess. So we start colonizing shit. I want to colonize spaces that has, or systems that have 2 or more planets. So this would be good. We already have a planet here, Wiesen Prime, which we could take back, and then we have 3 extra planets to get going. That's where we're uplifting the Queefos species, so I guess we won't be colonizing that, but that's fine. We can colonize this one though. Really big and nice desert world. Okay, so Wiesen is a prime target. What else? I think Tem, yeah, Tem has 3. Very small. Title locked. So not great planets in Tem. The tropical world is size 18, so it's okay. But this one has a 21 and a 20 and a size 11. So yeah, this one would actually be really good. So I think we're going to send someone there first. The continental world is not that one. It's this one. We do have the technology for that, so that might be our first target. Sharax. Let's remember that. 2 worlds here, fairly small though. Is that inside of our system? No. One. Was outside of our sphere. 2, but one of them very small. I'm not seeing anything, but ooh, that one's 2 pretty good planets here. Mineral rich, habitability is low though. What about the other one? It's just a regular tropical. Okay, so Psyllium, that should be on the list, I guess. Anyone writing this down? Because I'm not. Let's see here. There's a tomb world here, it's a very small one. Tropical world. Right. Okay. So now I'm actually going to write this down. So it's Psyllium, and then was Tem and Wiesen were the best ones. And then Shorax, right. Shorax was actually the one that might make a lot of sense for a first go. Shorax. One, two, three. Three. And this is actually 4, since it doesn't count the one that we already have. And then Psyllium, which was really good for the minerals. I don't care much about the habitability. We have ways to overcome that. We do not have Arctic colonization currently, so that's gonna have to wait. Let's start by getting Shorax then, which will mean a continental world colony ship. Do we have any species apart from humans who like continental and might be better? Let's see. On Wiesen Prime we have these guys. They have arid preference. I guess we're just gonna go with the human ship then. So let's make a colony ship. Here we are. Queue that up and go and colonize Shorax. Alright, let's start the game then.
Research complete.
And right there we have some research. Okay. Ooh. The last level of hydroponic farm. I do want that. Anything that's more important? I don't actually think so. It's kind of expensive, but I think it's going to be well worth it. We can get some food going, and don't use too many tiles is the main issue. So we can maybe just make do with one tile, a really good hydroponic farm, and then do minerals and energy and all the other good stuff complete on all the other tiles. You finished your construction. I don't know. You still have upgrades to do. You do actually. Okay. Peace offer. That's nothing to do with me. So okay. Okay. It was a timed project. Sorry, guys. Well, as soon as you are done, we'll try again. Which will be in a few seconds. Guess we can take this science ship and send it up there. You finished your construction queue. I don't know what you were doing actually. You're doing just the observatory maybe. I think so. Are we doing... We're not doing ships currently, but we are not at our force limit, so we might just need to do something about that. Do we have a governor? No. So we actually need 2 governors. We may not have the capacity. Well, we could get 2 governors. We have no admirals and no generals. We can live without a general, but we'll need to have an admiral if we are suddenly at war with someone. So yeah, I'll get 2 governors for those 2 positions. What can we actually get? We can get a longer lived one and a garrison dude. Well, I guess I'll get you, and then we can get a cheap one. Or we can get an old one. I think I'll get the cheap one, who is a little bit younger. I'll be perfectly happy with that. Oh, that's not what I want to do. There you are, and here. There you are. I don't want to click your name. There you are. Right. Governors everywhere. Construction ship is done. What are you actually doing? You're just moving home because there's nothing else to construct. I think that's fair at this point.
Construction complete.
Scipion finished. You made peace. You can upgrade that further, I guess. Yes, you can.
Special project complete.
That's the probing done. Okay, so that gives us some society research, which is good. Ooh, we can abduct another scientist.
Situation log updated.
Let's see where that is. And where's our science ship now? He's actually right here. So go and do that, since you're so close. Leader gained a level. Last time we tried to abduct these guys, we failed miserably. Hopefully we'll be a little bit more lucky this time. I would like to get something like Spark of Genius or Maniacal. I'd love that.
Special project complete.
Abduction successful. Excellent. And we need to clean up that implant thing.
Situation log updated.
Let's see. Our agents have successfully abducted the native scientist. Blah blah blah. The scientist was temporarily paralyzed and brought into the shuttle while the memories of his bodyguards were wiped. We are confident in our ability to convince the good scientists to work for us. Excellent. So, you're telling me we have an admiral suddenly? We didn't have that before, did we? Yes! He has a spark of ooh, and he's level 5, and he's 35 years old. Wow. What a steal. Okay, well, you get to be put to work. What do we want more? I think we want the hydroponic farm more. You have Maniacal, you have Spark of Genius. You are in engineering right now. Let's see. I think I'll actually put Terry Hawkins here. And she's 80 years old. You're 81. Some of these people are bound to die fairly soon. So I won't actually fire anyone. I'll build myself another science ship, just because they're fairly cheap, and we do want to use the scientist while they live. Also, we need to make sure that that thing doesn't blow up in our faces, so let's go and research that. How far away is that? It's a fair distance off. Okay.
Construction complete.
You have finished again. Still more upgrades to do there. We're getting, well, right there's the cap. So our sectors, can you use any more energy? I doubt it. You're actually exceeding your stockpile, or your storage, which is kind of weird, but okay. Just gonna pop up a lot of energy here, but I doubt you will be able to use it. I am actually going to reduce the taxes from my sectors. I just want them to do, or actually he was paying a lot, wasn't he? Minus 45. Okay, so you get to pay taxes. Congratulations. How's my construction ship coming? Oh, my colony ship.
Construction complete.
Oh, it's right there. Which means we can go to Sharax. And we want the continental world. That's Sharax 3, which is exactly this one. Only 30 influence, that's the steel. Yeah. Let's get going. Where are we gonna land? Here we could get some growth. I guess here's good. Yeah, not gonna get much better than that. Sharax Prime is a good name. Governor leveled up. Okay, so we have another science ship. We can assign you, and I'll take you to Wiesen. Negative balance. Okay. Not too concerned about that. Are you in orbit? Yes, you are.
Construction complete.
Gotara Prime. Maybe we just want to run through all of our settlements here to make sure that everything is properly upgraded, and in fact it's not. This is our mineral planet. How are you looking at food? We need that right now, but once we upgrade this one twice, we don't. So fairly soon we'll be building a mineral storage, mining network there. For now though, let's just upgrade these three, and that'll be good. Handil Prime. You're also a mineral planet. I guess we can replace this at this point. Anything we want to get? No, just the money network's fine. Yeah. We're also going to replace that right now. I think we are, because I don't want to look at it. Mining network here as well. Wow. Okay. And I'm gonna build one here as well, and then we're gonna upgrade those three more or less simultaneously. Irem Prime, you already have a bunch of stuff in queue. And down here, oh, that's my new planet. We do have the Monument to Purity. Are we running the... We are not running propaganda broadcasts. I will spend the influence on that. Just because. There, 10%, yes. So that's actually working out fairly well for us. And then we're just gonna upgrade. How's food looking? +6. Okay. So this is just going to be a science planet, I guess. Where are we at, actually? We're all the way over there. And we actually need to call this Nupran Prime, if we're ever gonna have any way of keeping track of these things. Nupran Prime. Oops. Oh. Oh. I guess that's gonna be a sector as well. So we just want to do science, really. Which means we can upgrade that for sure. What are we short of? We're running an edict, I think. We must be. It's not here. Here. Policies. Physics. Which is fine. We're going to run something. So we want society and engineering. So let me get some engineering and some society, and I guess that's all for now. This one is in the process of being built. But we do have +6 food, and we're completely full. So we can dismantle one of these, I guess this one, for a science lab. Anything else we want to get? Not as such. So get me a science lab there. We do have an observatory, so that's good. And that's the planetary capital. You're doing good work on minerals from the adjacency bonus, so I might keep you, and obviously the hydroponic farm. But the rest of these minerals and power, I think we are just going to replace them with science stations. So let's start with replacing that one and that one. Okay. And then we want to uplift these guys again. I don't know if there's a quicker way to do this, but before, when I found them, I went and found them in this list, and then there's the uplift button here. And I don't care about the traits, I just want them uplifted. So
Situation log updated.
And research that project while you're on your way to research that one. Okay.
Construction complete.
That's Skipperton. Okay, do you have one more? No, this is fully upgraded power planet. And I think we do want to enact the edict now. Well, actually, we are at 4,000. No, I don't want to spend the influence on that. Not right now, at least. How long is this going to take?
Special project complete.
Oops. Implant removed. Okay, good. Get some society. Alright, 3 months. Alright, so our science ship here is done, and I don't think we actually have anything to do right now. You uplifting. That is something we cannot do. So yeah. All of the systems have been surveyed. So at this point, we really just want to do assisting research. And Unity is a good place to do that. So let's come here and start helping out the guys. Oh, the Sin Empire. We had a research agreement going. And I don't know if the research is why we didn't get declared on. We have the trust. I don't want to lose that 50 in opinion. They're unfriendly right now. If they didn't have that trust going on, I'm sure they would declare on us in a second. And we do have a defensive alliance now, so I'm not as worried, but they are still pretty damn big. I'm not convinced that we could take them even with friends. So I'm going to continue giving you all of this stuff. I don't care. You can have all the active sensor links that you want. And you are getting next to nothing out of this, so it's fine. There you are. You will accept, which means you now have +16 for the favorable trade deal, which is good. Shorex Prime is being worked on, so we need to get ready to kick someone out of the core systems. I guess Pandil would be one. I don't want to give this one away since I need my Betharian stone. Well, I guess you couldn't take it because I'm already using it. I think that's how it works.
Special project complete.
There's the uplift. Good. Only minor genetic alterations were needed to unlock the inherent potential for vastly improved cognitive ability and manual dexterity, and small cybernetic implants make up for the difference in the older generations. Awesome. So, where does that leave us? Suppose we have a new planet here. I was under the impression that you would be like my vassals, but you are fully integrated, which is nice. Which is very nice. You also have a science ship and everything. Actually, that's my science ship. Hand it over. Where are we going to assist you? So Iran Prime. Yeah, Iran Prime probably is the better bet. You come there and do that. So all right, we have another planet here. You have a governor and everything. That's actually our sector governor, which is fine. A ruggy start. Okay. They struggle with the way we do things. Okay. Minerals might spell out. Whatever. It's fine. Stranger danger. Okay. A lot of events here. And the human teachers bring up the likelihood of contact with as yet unknown entities from far reaches of space. So I can give them the xenophile ethics or the xenophobe or nothing. We'll give them xenophobe. We're xenophobes, right? We are still xenophobes. Assume. Yeah. Awesome. You're just like me. My boy. Awesome. Anti-alien task force. That's more XCOM stuff. We don't really care about that. And familiar fission. While the Commonwealth of Man provides a solid structure upon which to model their internal social order, it may not necessarily be what suits the uplifted. Their sudden rise to becoming our intellectual equals robbed them of millennia of potential societal and cultural development. Perhaps as a result of this, the Quafox social order is in a state of extreme flux. One day the family unit is paramount, and the next day community leaders are calling for a dissolution of all clan-like bonds. Do we care about this? Not as such. I'm gonna make you individualists. That'll make you better scientists, I think. But we want to do something about that expiration of a trade deal. Let me just have a look at these guys. They are... didn't they get a trade here? Xenophobe. Maybe the month need to check. We are? No? Starvation. Whoa. That's not good. Give you a stop for quickly. So that you can get some... that doesn't matter. That matters. We'll build a hydroponic farm in orbit. I cannot help you with any of this. Reassembled ship shelter. Yeah. I mean, I don't have control of this planet, so I'm just gonna hope that your governor can help you out. I could enact some edicts, but that might be working a little bit too hard. I don't see any individualist trait, so maybe that didn't take. Maybe I misclicked. I don't think so though. But the Vun Okan Republican territories, yeah, we are going to be enemies. That trade treaty ran out. We are rivals. Don't like each other. Not gonna reenact that thing. We have 0 trust due to the rivalry. Anyway. How are we looking on trust, say, here? You're not really willing to do anything. How about a defensive? Sorry, a proper alliance? No. Nowhere near. We are getting 0.3 trust per month here and can grow all the way up to 100. So an alliance may not be completely out of the question. I don't care much about these Republican territories. We can definitely take them with the help of the Figure Star Confederation. The Thin Empire might be a different story. Scientists level up.
Construction complete.
Good. Go to a prime. Okay, so we need to upgrade all those mining networks. So, how are we doing on that hydroponic farm, by the way? 26 months. And I guess that's it. 2 months until physics lab. So what else can we do in Shorax? We have a desert planet, and this is a tundra world. We do not have tundra colonization. We do have desert, don't we? Yes, we do. So I think I'm going to build another colony ship, and then we can gene tweak that colonist to do desert. Let's see. Which of our full planets have the biggest food surplus? Well, not Skipton, that's for sure. -1. How did that happen? Do you have a... You do not have a hydroponic farm. Let's give you one. And we'll upgrade that twice. In a second, actually, so never mind. You're gonna have to deal with some starvation for a short time. Food surplus, here's 2. That's fine, I guess. Let's build a colony ship right here. What is the difference here? You xenophobe militarist. What do we want on that desert world? It's tiny. Energy credits 5. I guess we primarily want science there because it's too small to be a really good mineral or energy planet. Better growth. Guess we're just gonna get this guy then. That'll be fine. Alright, I guess we're gonna pop in a break here. Next time we will finish this colony, get a new one going, upgrade our physics labs, and work on tachyon sensors. Chance to hit. Improve assist research. Actually, that's kind of nice. We do that a lot now. Let's get that. 1.5 years. Awesome. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.